Hey, Cancerians. How y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your second half of this general reading here. So, in your meditation, I saw the image of an elephant, but it was a cartoon elephant. It was like Dumbo, actually, from the movie Dumbo. And then, because it's all camp here, I saw this Dumbo walk along, and then it was in Brooklyn, in the Dumbo section of Brooklyn, right? Which is down under the Brooklyn overpass, right? It's interesting. The Brooklyn Bridge. So it's interesting that area and Dumbo being in Dumbo part of New York. And I saw that it was standing like near the Brooklyn Bridge, like by the water, and it was kind of considering like it was weird. It was odd. It struck me being like a cartoon figure in the actual like human world, which is very like if anyone's familiar with the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I used to watch that obsessively as a child because it was the only video available to me mom's work. And so whenever I would go to work with her, I'd just watch it. It's like an interesting little tidbit. But it felt like to me, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit world. I'm seeing this Dumbo, like at the water's edge, Dumbo, Brooklyn Bridge. And it was like, it was kind of looking at me all sweet, you know, with its little eyes. Should I go in? I don't know if that's the element. It's not like me. I don't know. And then I saw it get transported, like teleported into the actual world that it belonged in, like an all cartoon world, like in Rabbit. So it's really fascinating, because it just felt like it found where it belonged. And then I saw the words like where you belong. Elephant energy is hermit energy, Virgo energy. It's about a gentle remover of obstacles, about, you know, being aligned with where you're meant to be so that you are moving ahead on your highest and best. So I feel like there's something around that. Interestingly enough, you could have some change in perspective or idea around where it is you actually feel and where it is you maybe different than you thought, or it might surprise you. Interestingly enough, this could relate to your work as well, and not just where you physically. Your relationship, home is an aspect of not really a physical. Interesting. Let's see what your cards say. Hey, Cancerians. Let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the second half of August. Animal energy for the second. Oh, love, 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 la, 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 la. So, here you have the dolphin. Brilliant, perfect, amazing. So, first of all, whenever you get an animal that is of your like element, your home element, as it were, we'll just go with that keyword. It's always very auspicious. It's a beautiful synchronicity to start off your reading, and says that this time is going to be significant and charmed for you. Beautiful. So water for water. So dolphin energy, as it equates to tarot, is a hybrid. So it represents the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups, right? So Ace of Cups, it's about pleasure, joy, love, fertility, intuitive information, and abundance of good feelings, right? Six of Cups, it's about play, it's about nostalgia, it's about being in the present moment, and children as well. But this is, look at all these beautiful colors here. You know, also the fact that it's the same color as an elephant, I find really interesting. And it's also a cartoon aspect because it's an illustration. And I saw that Dumbo. So it's really, really fascinating there. But when this comes up, there's an aspect of you that feels very pure. And I feel like there's an aspect of you that could be subconsciously, but directly communicating or speaking from your inner child, your childhood self. Sometimes when we are, I get it. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a big part of my childhood. Very good. Okay. Sometimes it just connects as we go along. But I do feel like there's an aspect of your inner child holds a lot of information. What you like to do as a child, what you were naturally drawn to, is always very good information. I was drawn to ghosts and ghouls and, you know, all things of the, you know, esoteric realm. So I know it's a shock that I do what I do now. It's like it's what you wouldn't. That's when the soul is most pure, right? It's what you're drawn to at a very young age. It can be very revealing later on in terms of like what work you're going to be happiest doing. It's so true, right? We kind of get in our own way with making the smart choice or doing what our family wants or thinking about, you know, all about money or whatever it is. But I feel like that's coming up for you. But when you can communicate, right, with your inner child or the child aspect of yourself, I'm telling you, it can be so revealing. For example, if you're feeling dissatisfied around something, about where you live, how you live, your relationship, your work, and just how you're feeling about yourself, your body, whatever that is, and you actively check with your inner child and do an inner child scan, really call up that image of yourself mentally and say, hey, let me check in with you. How are you feeling and what do you need? I'm telling you, if you really allow yourself to do a meditation like this and you're open to what that inner child has to say, it is so, so powerful. I feel like it's worth all the therapy in the world. I feel like it's worth all the tarot readings in the world. I feel like it's worth all of the, comfort food in the world, all of the comfortable, movies that comfort us, that comfort zone aspect of it. And I feel like that is a huge part of your experience during this time. All right. Because remember, that aspect of home and the meditation where you belong, it's that comfort zone. It's that aspect and that idea of what, not what's comfortable, but what gives you comfort. Not what's comfortable, but what gives you comfort. What's comfortable gets boring, right? You guys are so intuitive. You guys are ruled by the moon key. So you guys have access to this, the intuition and psychic prowess within you as well. You are also the sign of the home and the heart, right? You're also the sign of the home and the hearth, right? You represent the mother, right? That archetype of the mother. And you're being asked, I feel like, in this specific way, to be your own mother and check in on your inner child self. It is important. If any sign can do it, it's you, Cancer. So here you have the Queen of Cups. I'm not surprised at all. We have more water energy here. It's the feminine aspect. This is the Empress wearing her Queen of Cups outfit, right? All the queens are the Empress, just in different outfits and representing different aspects of the Empress. Same with the Emperor and the Kings, right? So this is the Empress in her Queen of Cups form, which is all about intuition, emotion, love, and all of the things that really make the heart go. I don't know why I want to say that, but make the heart go boom. But I love how she has this one little dainty foot like on the stone there. It's like, well, I do get carried away with emotions. I get overwhelmed sometimes, and I do represent empaths and how I feel other people's feelings as my own. But I'm grounded. Look, I got a toe on a rock. This is why water signs go with earth signs so well, because they're able to provide a foundation and a support, and then water nourishes them. So it's a beautiful, beautiful pairing when there's water with earth. That's coming up for you. You could have an earth sign in and around your experience or coming in that feels like a very grounding influence for you. And that is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Okay? But this is staying very connected to your intuition and feeling things very, very deeply. And the dolphin over here in the water. Really beautiful. We also saw that Brooklyn Bridge. We saw you standing by the water. So this is really interesting. Remember, Dumbo didn't know. It was like, do I go in that water? Or do I stay here on the land? There's something about that. I feel like there are choices coming up for you, and I feel like your inner child is going to have the answers. The answer was in you, Dorothy, all along. There's this aspect of home. Oh, hi. Sometimes it's just on the nose. So remember when I said that the dolphin is a hybrid energy in the tarot? And I said it was Ace of Cups. And what was the other one? Look at the bottom of the deck. Six of Cups. Look at those babies. Okay. A lot of synchronicity here. So we already talked about this, but the Ace of Cups is fertility, a lot of emotion, intuitive information, right? You are going to be feeling things on a very deep and profound level. Also this pink here, I'm really drawn to the pink in that, the pink in the dolphin. Then we've got like a purpley pink, sash here. It's interesting, that color, because when I saw Dumbo, how I saw before it really formed, I got a flash of pink. So let's talk about that. Pinks represent memory. It represents memory. Like the image, or the symbol, I should say, of a pink elephant represents childhood memories. So it's really coming forward here. Really coming forward here to help you and inform you. Why do I want to say like a kid again, being a kid again? It feels like that is a very important aspect, a very medicinal aspect to you. I do feel like children could also be playing more of a prominent role in your experience and in your life during this time. It feels like they're right here. They're right. Okay. Listen to me, Cancers. You are bringing it today. We have the Empress. Why? We just talked about her. And guess what? She's the mother of the tarot. And guess what? She pregnant. Hello. So we have, look at all this feminine energy here, y'all. Look at this. Would you look and see? So fertility, feminine energy, children, pregnancy, more fertility with the rabbit there. We got all feminines. And didn't we say that this was the Empress just in her Queen of Cups outfit? And this is her regular outfit. Fascinating here. The Empress is all about expecting good things. and manifesting your best experience. Did I not say that the true key for you was going to be consulting your inner child? Does she not have a child inside of her? Listen, it's not just literal. I mean that like figuratively as well. Really, really, really your inner child, right? Something about this. I also feel like your inner child wants some attention and has some needs that need to be met, which is another way of saying you might have been adulting a bit hard, right? It's so important to balance that aspect of ourselves, right? When we deny our childhood needs, our childhood self, it just gets very heavy, and we find that we're making choices more out of fear than out of love. And then we get a bunch of tower moments, right? This is the way to avoid tower moments. Sometimes the best cure is prevention. And I feel like you are being guided and given a blueprint on how to avoid tower moments, okay? It's not a threat. Look at the bottom of this deck I'm using for advice, the tower. You can't plan this stuff. Look, omens, the tower, with the moon in the background. What'd I just say? What'd I just say? We're going to leave this up here as a reminder. Okay. Look at what's beneath that. 6 of Cups. This is just like, really just like ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Did someone order another dolphin? Did someone order another dolphin? Dolphin on aisle 6. Page of Cups. Another child with a dolphin over her standing in the ocean. Do you see? Oops, sorry, baby. You see all this? You see all this? You see all this? You know, Page of Cups is connecting to your child. This is quite literally what this means. Page of Cups is connecting to the child aspect of yourself and remembering what you love to do as a child and then bringing it into your current experience. Doing so can lead to income earning potential, can lead to soulmate potential, can lead to happiness and fulfillment and good health. It's also about being in the present moment, really coming from that perspective of childhood where children are concerned, right? Well, they shouldn't have to be. And when they are blessed, they're not concerned about the future or the past, right? They're just in that given moment, appreciating it for what it is. You are really being called to summon this aspect of yourself and get your own needs met from that place of be your own mother. Be your own mother. Be your own mother. It feels incredibly important, okay? Again, these themes, this aspect of home, where you belong, childhood, enjoyment, soul alignment, soul purpose, all of this, you're being called to realign in some way. And it does feel like there is a misalignment and you're being asked to switch up the course a bit in order to avoid this, okay? I want to get an oracle for you guys. I feel like going with the vintage. Let's go with the vintage. So it goes. Reflection, like looking in a mirror or in a body of water. What were we literally talking about? Reflecting, looking within, considering what has happened in the past. The Queen of Cups is literally looking to the past, right? Reflection. This is about being honest with yourself. This is looking within yourself. Literally looking in a mirror of your young self and seeing what is there with curiosity and not judgment, right? You know, we're getting a bit deep here, but you know, let's go there. I feel like the question coming up with this is, what need did you have as a child that was continuously not met? Now, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. Everybody had a childhood need that was not met. Whether that was compliments, whether that was food, whether that was love, whether that was security, whether that was attention. A lot of people have that. They didn't get the attention they needed as a child. Play. They weren't allowed to play. They were forced to grow up too quickly. Whatever that is the question for you, Cancer. That question is going to hold so much for you and is going to be the way, right, that you reroute yourself and enjoy the process of doing so. I'm getting a note about the Wolf Moon Capricorn season. They're pointing me to Capricorn season. The next Capricorn season, which the time of Capricorn is what? Around, give or take a day, December 22nd to January 20th. That season in particular is going to be incredibly important for you. Okay? I'm telling you. significant. There's something happening within that season for you that is going to be life-changing or affect your life in a prominent way. It does feel important. It feels like the nature of it, or the way that you receive it, or the quality of it is going to directly rely on what you do to get there. But I'm telling you, your life, something is going to happen that's life-changing during Capricorn season for you. Again, this is going to be different for different people, but this is significant. This is moving somewhere. This is cohabitating with someone. This is getting a new job that changes your life, getting more money. This is having a bigger commitment in a relationship. I mean, I'm telling you, there is something happening during that time that is incredibly important. Remember that. Put a pin in that. Next Capricorn season, okay? End of this year in 23. I have shivers all over. It's like real prophecy coming in here for you. It's that feels so major. It's going to change things, okay? But it's very exciting. Don't get me wrong. It's exciting changes. It's exciting, but it is significant. And this is your blueprint to get there, so that you don't have a bunch of tower moments to reroute you, so that you arrive there in, in a due time and manner. Okay, it's kind of how it works. So, all right, Cancers, you got this. I'm sending you so many blessings and so much love for your second half of this. I so hope that this helps and resonates and gives you some helpful tools and insights to get to where you're going. Because it does feel like you're really at a significant point in your path here. And Spirit is coming in here to just hold you a little bit more closely and to really nurture and support you like you nurture and support others. Because you as Cancerians, you do that really well. That's why you're known as the mother archetype of the Tarot, right? Really stunning. So the fact that you're also, ruled by the planet, you're ruled by the moon, right? And then you have that full moon here, and then that moon representing feminine energy. There's something about that for you as well. So all the good that you do is coming back to you. I want to say that as well. So with that being said, please like, please share, please subscribe. I would so appreciate that. And just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, beautiful Cancerians. Thank you for being you. And be well until next time.